Yo, so welcome team to the Facebook Live. So I'm going to start it a little bit different today. So first of all, obviously I hope you're all right. It's your check-in day. I'm feeling another good week of results, by the way. But what I'm going to start with today is one of my online clients, Liam. Now I'm just going to talk you through what his journey so far. So he's kind of been with me for 3 months so far. Would it be 4 months actually? Because he signed up in November. I'm ready to post his photos about 3 months' time. I need another 3 months of work. Now, Liam came to me and he's having roughly he'd have like 2 coffees with milk. He'd have 2 cans of Monster a day, 2 Diet Cokes. He's office-based. He didn't really move much. He used to play football, hurt his knee and doesn't really do anything no more. So didn't really go to the gym or anything. So he was tired all the time. He was achy. He had poor mood, poor focus and concentration at work. Just wanted to basically sleep all day. He had issues with his digestive system, always felt bloated, felt heavy, and would go through bouts of constipation and different issues there. So what happened, obviously, when he did go to the gym, he felt really achy, didn't enjoy it, felt a little bit lost, and it actually made him feel a little bit worse. Now, once again, like we run through with all of you guys that are one-to-one clients, that not everyone's the same. If I would have gone with Liam 4 months ago and smashed him in the gym, it would have made him tons and tons worse. So, kind of what did I do with Liam? Well, first of all, for 2 to 3 weeks, he didn't really train. All I got him to do was move more because he's office-based. I think we worked out he was doing something like 2,000 steps. So we got him straight up to doubled it to 4,000, and actually now I think we're on. What did you say last week? I think he was doing about 9,000 steps now. So that's really good. It's a big improvement, but it was gradual. We've moved that up over 3 or 4 months. He obviously wasn't ready for the gym at that point. He wasn't very fit. He wasn't obviously very lean. Didn't have good energy output. So sorry, the little puppy's going mad again. So what do we do? I kind of just got him fitter. Got him doing some aerobic cardio, like I do with a lot of you if you're really stressed and inflamed. 55 to 75% of his heart rate. 3-4 weeks later, he's lost a shitload of weight. He's feeling more energetic. He can turn over better energy. He can perform better, and actually he wants to go to the gym. And also, Liam was having issues because he was a little bit doubtful in going to the gym because he was a little bit self-conscious. So I didn't push him into the gym because he didn't want to go. It was actually about 8 weeks. Well, when was it? Yeah, it'd have been 8 weeks later that we got him into the gym when he felt comfortable because he'd lost a lot of weight, he felt better, and he watched a lot of the videos in this group. So then he felt comfortable to go in, and then it's all about working through the phases, like I've said to a lot of you. It's going from A to B to C to D, not straight from 0 to 100. And by doing that with Liam, he's got amazing results. I can't wait to show you. I'll probably put these out about July time, actually, June or July time, because we've got another 3 or 4 months of building his physique now. But he's feeling better. He's got really good mood and energy now. He doesn't feel like he needs to sleep. Doesn't rely on monsters and coffees and lots of different kind of drinks. Drinks a lot more water. He hardly drunk any water before. And actually, he's starting to wanting to get back into playing football, which he never thought he would do after he stopped playing a few years ago. But that's just because his energy production's better. He's moving more. He's feeling better. And he keeps asking me what the next phase is. And like I said, you don't have to go into the gym straight away and do weights to think you have to change your physique. And that's why, like, our first pillar with every client is health. Because the healthier we make you, the better that you'll perform and the quicker that your physique will change. So same with him, like now he doesn't want to sleep all day, and he actually sleeps a lot better. He's got lower stress, lower inflammation. It took us a few months to sort his gut issues out, but they're kind of getting a lot better now. He doesn't feel as bloated all the time, no matter what foods he eats. And he said to me before, when he first started, he's trying every diet, and no diet kind of worked for him. He always still felt bloated. And the reason that he still felt bloated was because no one had ever focused on lowering his stress levels. We're focused on lowering his stress levels, and his gut problems have started to go. People will just go, right, I'm going to try and fix the gut. That's all well and good. You can try and fix the gut, but you also need to track and manage stress and deal with stress as well. So that's kind of what we did with Liam. He's doing amazing. I can't wait to show you his photos, end of June, July. So that's just a little bit of inspiration for you guys as well. If any of you are struggling or you've got any issues going off, it can be done. It takes time, it takes patience, but it can be done no matter how far gone you are with any issues or anything like that. Okay, so now I'm going to crack on the questions. So, Marissa, so I'll start with yours actually. So you asked me, during any pulling exercises, I'm finding that my forearms are aching more than the muscle I'm trying to work. So not able to hit that muscle as much as I want to. What the fuck? Help. Right. So first of all, watch the activation video I put in the group of my brother today. So that's activating your lats. So let's say, for example, when you're doing any pulling movement, you want to be able to activate your lats. So with you at the minute, you won't be able to activate your lats. So make sure you're able to do that. So you need to foam roll them out, and then do some activation drills, and then go into your big lifts. That will help a lot. Also, regarding your forearms, they're going to be extremely tight. So you need to either get a massage on those in your biceps, or you need to do some foam rolling, and that's also going to help. And just having a proper warm-up and adding activation exercise in for your lats will help a lot more, because that will take a lot of the stress and the strain off your bicep and replace the load a lot more through your lats. So I hope that helps. Okay, so I don't like veg. What should I do? If you don't like veg, you don't have to eat veg. You can have greens drink. So I've got greens drink. In fact, wait there. Let me just show you my greens drink. Tastes lovely. So this is my greens drink. Oh, I have to turn it around. Yes, that's my greens drink, which I have twice a day. I'm not a big fan of veg, but I have a greens drink twice a day. And I do have veg at each meals, but I don't really like tons and tons of veg. So yeah, mine's a chocolate flavoured greens drink. Dynamic fruits and greens, and that works really well if you're not a big fan of veg. So yeah, that you'll still get results like that. How many steps should I do a day? Now, there was a study came out, and I think it was said I think it was on my coach's podcast actually, and I think it said you need to do 7,200 steps minimum a day, no matter what you're doing, if you're wanting to achieve fat loss. So if you're not doing 7,200 a day, that's what you need to get up to. So if you're doing 2,000 a day, a simple progression would be to move up to 3,000 or 4,000. Don't jump up to 10,000 because you won't be able to do it. Just gradually move up and try and aim for a minimum of 8,000 steps a day. I try and get all my clients, if possible, to do 10,000 steps a day. And then it's a good marker. Keep that consistent, and then you're in control of your different variables. And then it's a lot easier to kind of get a result then. So, I'm getting stomach aches a lot. By the way, I'm trying to get this under 10 minutes. I reckon I'm on track today. I'm getting stomach aches a lot. What should I do? It's very difficult to say without seeing your diet and what you're doing. First of all, let's lower stress. That would be a simple thing. Let's improve your diet. Get you eating 80 to 90% real whole foods. Good lean source of protein. If you're having a lot of animal fat, that could be causing you an issue. If you're having a lot of processed foods, once again, that could be causing an issue, so you want to take those out. Just really clean up your diet. You could almost do a little elimination diet. That will kind of help. And also adding more, I don't know obviously what you're doing with your diet, so I can't really say, but making sure you've got plenty of veg in your diet. And yeah, what you could also do is like a little bit of a fasting protocol. So you might take a little bit of stress off your digest, because remember, digesting and absorbing food is very stressful on the body. So maybe if you did something like a little bit of intermittent fasting, so you had, I don't know, 14 to 16 hours break where you're not having food, that would also help your digestive system calm down. If you are getting a lot of stomach ache, so there's a trigger either from food or from stress. So you've got to kind of work out what it is for you and then sort it. But with the amount of people that I see that come to me with either gut issues or anything like this, I've done it before a few years ago when I just used to focus solely on fixing the gut. And it would get me results and I would see an improvement. But as soon as I started focusing as well as on managing and improving the stress levels, that's when the results really start to happen. Like, there's a few people in this group that I'm working with now they've got issues going off. I'm not going to name any of you that I'm helping you with now, and they're feeling tons better. So it's, yeah, you've got to hit it from both fronts. You can't just hit it from one front on that. But like I said, if you send me over what you're doing food wise, I can give you a clearer idea what's going off. Okay, we've got a lot on stress today. Right, so why have I heard I should be doing more training for stress? Right, so you've got to think, right, it depends, because training is a stress. So lifting weights is a big stress. So if you're really stressed and inflamed, you've got a lot going on work-wise, you've got a lot going off relationship-wise, so much going off. So you're in fight or flight, your heart rate's elevated, then you go and do another weight training session, your heart rate never comes down because you're in fight or flight. That is not a good position for you to be in, because you're just increasing your stress load and you've never been able to rest and recover and calm down. So for that person, if they are really stressed, you'd actually want to back off of weight training, or lower the volume, or lower the amount of times you're doing, and getting some aerobic work in there, or some rest and recovery workouts. And that'd work a lot better. But you can imagine, the amount of the bodybuilders or fitness models you see that have got a lot of different shit going off, and I know this because I was one of them when I had my show. And smash yourself into the ground to kind of get a result. But then in the short term, that'll work well. Obviously, you're going to get a great result. You're going to look good on your show. You're going to look good for your photo shoot. Bam, result done. But what you don't see is the issues going off behind closed doors and the issues after that. Because then they'll come to someone like me after they've been smashed into the ground by their coach. And they're like, oh, God, I feel fucked down here. I'm not getting, if it's a girl, I'm not getting a menstrual cycle. Or if it's a guy, God, I'm putting loads of weight, I'm on loads of fluid, blah, blah, blah. And that's just because they've thought too short term. And what they need to do now, they need to scale it back. They need to improve their health, and it's a long road back to recovery. So in that person, because they've smashed themselves into the ground, they put a lot of stress on the body, and their body's just broke down. Imagine a stress tank. The tank's just got lower and lower and lower and lower and lower until the body can't handle it no more, and it just breaks. So with stress, you don't need to. The more training is not better. You need to have the right amount. With training, you want to see it as a metabolic stimulator. So it's there to stimulate your metabolism. It's not there to annihilate you if you are in this position. It's just to stimulate progression and to make you feel better. Hope that helps. Right, so why is my body not changing? Good question. Don't know, because I've not seen your diet. I don't know even who asked this me now. But anyway, I don't know because I've not seen your diet, I've not seen your physique. But the few reasons why it could not be training: either you're not moving enough, so you're not walking around enough. You're not doing no cardio. You're not focused on health, so you're not focused on improving your health first of all. You're not training hard enough. You're not putting in 100s, 200%. You're putting in 50 to 70%. You're dabbling a little bit of this. You've got no plan or direction. You keep going from one idea to the next. You're doing classes and all this shit. I've never seen anybody, watch people try and argue it now, that have done just classes and look amazing. You're not going to get that unless you are doing 80% of your training. This is if you're a healthy person, by the way. 80% of your training has got to come from weight training, because that's what's obviously going to change our physique and make us look different. So you might not be doing the right type of training to build the physique that you want. Your nutrition's not on point. You're either eating too much or you're eating far too little. So your calories are too low, or you're doing these stupid, shitty juice or shake diets. Then what happens is you've done it for a week and you go, oh, you know what, I can't handle this no more. You go and binge, bam, 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 bam. And you go through this vicious cycle of keep binging and low calorie eating, binging, low calorie eating. No one ever built a good physique by going low calories. Think a lot more longer term than short term. And mainly it's because people don't have a plan and direction, or they've got no one to keep them accountable. Like, if you've got someone to keep you accountable, that will keep you on track, because like with my clients, I've got a vision in my head of what I know they'll look like in 12 weeks, what they'll look like in 16 weeks. I've written down an action plan for them. Then the check-ins are there to see if they're on track. If they're not on track, then I'll tell them this is what you need to do, and I'll make changes. But if you're not doing that and you're not tracking your progress, you're not tracking your lifts, you're not tracking your cardio, you're not tracking your steps, you're not tracking your food, you're not tracking your habits, all this kind of stuff, how can you expect to change? So go and do all of that, or reach out to a coach and get them to help you and take you along your journey. HIIT or LISS. Now, I got asked by a few people actually on Instagram, Danny, you're going too far ahead. What does HIIT and LISS mean? So I'm just going to break it down in case any of you don't know. So HIIT training is just like higher intense work, so more stuff like sprints or strongman stuff or anything like that. LISS, so that's low intensity steady state. That's more stuff like cardio on a bike or a cross trainer or walking or whatever. Something where you can still talk to an individual. You're not going max output, maybe 50 to 80% of your heart rate, and you can still talk to somebody. So it's at a steady pace. You're not smashing yourself into the ground. So someone's asked me, that's what HIIT and LISS is. So somebody has asked me, what is better? Is it HIIT or is it LISS? Once again, it depends on the person. If someone says, oh yeah, HIIT's better, Danny, why? You can't tell me that HIIT is better, because if that person's really stressed, doing HIIT would be the worst thing to do. If somebody's really healthy, they've got a good amount of muscle mass, they've had an athletic background, they're really fit, they're really healthy, God, HIIT is going to work amazing, because they can smash themselves into the ground and they can get they can put the effort in that's needed to get the result. if someone's overweight, someone's inflamed, someone's stressed, someone is not very fit, doing HIIT wouldn't be great for them. It'd be more doing LISS. Then a later phase, we start to take it up a notch, get harder and harder. Then we get them into the HIIT, maybe on the third or fourth phase. So it totally depends on the person. There's no better one than the other. If you've only got a short amount of time, then you'd probably say HIIT. If you've got longer and you want to do your emails and stuff, then you could say LISS. But yeah, it comes down to the health of the person, the client, their physique, what the goals are, and then you can kind of make a decision on what is best for that one. Okay, so I'll answer one more here. Okay, right. So, how many carbs do I need a day to grow muscle? Right, okay. Once again, it's very difficult to say without seeing your physique. Now, what people think is that when they diet in, they pull all the carbs down. When they're muscle building, they want to smash the carbs and really increase them. It doesn't really work like that. Like in terms of when you want to build muscle, you want to be in calorie surplus. Now, if you know you maintain your weight at 2,800 calories, a good place to you to start with, maybe on 3,000 calories, and maybe fluctuate your calories a little bit. So you could be higher on training day, lower on non-training day. And then assess your physique. Like, you're still getting stronger, you're growing muscle, bam, keep it there. And then, once you're feeling you've kept it there for 2 weeks, up your calories, 200, 300 calories, do it that way. And that'll work really well. Because what a lot of people think is, well, I'll maintain my weight at 2,800, so now I'm going to bump my calories up to 5,000. Then what happens is that person gets really fat, really inflamed, they've got joint pain, they're needing to nap all the time, and they're getting fat. So then when they do go and diet, they think they put 3 stone on, then they go and diet, and they've got to diet a lot more aggressively because they're a lot fatter. What happens? They don't actually put no weight on, and they look the same as what they did last year. So you're actually a lot better taking it a lot slower, gradually increasing your calories and your carbs, seeing how your physique looks every 2 weeks, then judging it. But yeah, you're not going to build muscle on 50 gram of carbs. You need to increase your carbs, and that's going to help with energy, it's going to help with recovery, it's going to help with performance. So yeah, I don't really know without seeing your physique. Obviously, if you're an ectomorph, so a really tall, skinny person, you're probably going to want more carbs. This is a rough guide, by the way, I'm just giving you a generic answer here. If you was an endomorph, so a little bit more naturally, would you say, a little bit rounder, you're probably going to have a little bit lower carbs to get results, but you'd probably be able to train a little bit harder. So, and obviously, if you're just a genetic athlete, God, I could give you anything you're going to change. So it doesn't. It comes down to the person and their health and their physique and where they're at, how many carbs they would have. So I hope that helps, guys. Obviously, answer all your questions. Obviously, I know a lot of you haven't watched this yet, so just watch back through it later on, and then send me over some more questions, and I'll get them answered later this week. Have a good day, guys.